Hi guys, the purpose of this video is just to advise you guys of what's going on with the RTX 4090 and just alone the 40 series GPU. So a friend of mine that owns a computer store keeps me in the loop with a lot of things. He knows a lot of people that are in computers, computer industry, corporations. He knows what's going on behind the scenes. A lot of stuff that he knows is not even on the internet. And I was mentioning in previous videos that the 40 series GPU will go down in value. I mean, there's not as much demand anymore for this GPU due to the fact that you need to upgrade your PSU, your case. To be honest with you, you even need to upgrade your CPU because you're not ain't going to be able to run a 4090 efficiently on a lower end i7. Let's just say an i7 9th generation or 10. It ain't going to work right. It's going to bottleneck. You need to have a very powerful CPU to run a 4000 series GPU. Also, DLSS3 is not as good as what people think it is. There's a lot of bugs with this DLSS3. There's been people complaining issues that they've been having with certain games. So it's not all that, guys. If you're buying it for DLSS3, that's just the beginning stages of this card. There's going to be a 5090 RTX card uh, to be released in the end of 2024, from what this guy was telling me. So 2024, end of 2024, we will have an RTX 5090. Will be based on DLSS 4, and the RAM is not going to be the DDR6 RAM anymore. It's going to be the DDR7. So that's going to be changing 2024. So next year, guys. So if you guys can hold on to your socks from buying this thing, then I would, depending on what you're looking to get out of your PC. As you can see here, there's an article that the RTX 4090 sales are slowing down. So it is noticeably slowing down. Buddy of mine did tell me that it is slowing down. Um, 3090 cards are still good. If you guys are running a 3090, there's no need to upgrade to this. Total waste of money. Also, depending on what you're looking to achieve, a lot of people are just buying this just to be up to date. But at the end of the day, guys, when you're upgrading to an RTX 4090, you need to upgrade your CPU to prevent any bottlenecks. Okay, so right here, they're just basically telling you the processors that you should be running if you're getting a 4090. i9 13900K. Okay, that's the latest processor that Intel has at the moment. Are you willing to go spend $1,000 on an i9 13900K just for the CPU? That doesn't include the motherboard. That doesn't include everything else. Okay. Um, so that is one CPU that will run efficiently with this. Okay. Another thing is this is another one, Ryzen 9, another fast CPU. Okay. So basically, what this all boils down to is that if you're planning to run this 4090, you need to have a powerful CPU. Okay. So if you're wasting all your money on this GPU and putting it in an older CPU than what you see here, then it ain't gonna run the way it's supposed to, and you guys are gonna bottleneck. So that's an issue with getting the 4090. You need to make sure that your CPU is top notch. If you don't have a top notch CPU and you're just buying this just for the fact of buying it, then you're wasting your money. So just to let you know what's going on with this 4090, the sales are going down. People are not buying them as when they came out. 5090s are in the works, guys. From the information my friend gave me, it's going to be based on a Blackwell technology. It's a different technology. He gave me some information here. I'm just reading it off the list that he gave me. 5090 is going to be based on the GPU BD102. It's going to have an SM count of 208, CUDA cores, we're going to be at 24,576, and it's going to be at a boost clock of 2.9 gigahertz. Memory still going to be 24 gig, VRAM G7 RAM, so it's going to be the DDR7. The memory speed is going to be a lot faster, so we're going to be jumping from the 4090, which is 21 gigs per second. We're going to be going all the way to 32 gigs per second. The bandwidth is going to be a lot higher. From 1008 gigabytes per second, we're going to be hitting 1536 gigabytes per second. Also, the cache speed is higher, going from a 4090 72 meg cache, we're going to be hitting 208. And power consumption is going to be about the same. So it ain't going to consume any more power than a 4090. The 5090 is going to be DLSS 4. So that is all I know so far, guys, from what is going to happen. So if you guys are running a 30 series GPU, 3070, 3080, 3090, then do not upgrade to a 4090 because a lot of things are changing. DLSS 3 still has bugs. Okay, so a lot of games are not running as they should. Okay. RTX 3090s are still expensive because a lot of people have older generation computers that can take advantage of a 3080 or a 3090 as to why they still cost a lot of money. Okay, if you're planning to do the upgrade if you need to. If you're able to run your games at 1080p and 1440p perfectly with your 3080 or 2080 or whatever you guys have, no need to change anything. Keep what you have. Okay, the only reason why people have gone to the 4090 is because of DLSS 3. If you're not going to run DLSS 3, there's no point of doing it, guys. Just letting you guys know. It does not make any sense. Okay, so, and even when we go to 5090 GPU, by then we're going to be at a 14th generation Intel CPU and a 15th generation Intel CPU, which I advised on previous video to avoid the 14th generation Intel CPU because they're going to release 2 less cores on that CPU. Okay, so they're going to be cheaping out on the 14th gen CPU. Yes, it is going to be more powerful than a 13th gen, but you're going to have 2 less cores, which the 15th generation is going to gain the 2 extra cores. Is why I suggest if you guys are going to be doing any major upgrade, wait. There's no point of just jumping and getting a 4090. The 4090 is going to go down in price. I can guarantee you that it's going to go down in price. It's going to be cheaper than a 3090 by far. Okay? And people are not going to buy it because even if you buy it, a lot of computers out there, people don't have a system to support the speed of a 4090. That's the biggest problem. So when you got to overhaul your whole computer, you might as well just wait for the 5090 series because you're going to need to upgrade your processor anyways. Because the existing processor that many people have cannot support a 4090. So guys, just letting you guys know, DLSS 3 is very new. It does have bugs. It's not fully fixed where it should be. And DLSS 4 is going to be coming out by 2024. And a lot of the CPUs are going to be upgraded as well. Like I told you, they're going to go 14 gen and 15 gen CPU, which I would skip on a 14 gen CPU, and I would wait for until they release the 15 gen. If you guys are running a 12 generation CPU, 13 generation CPU, even 11, just stick to whatever 30 series GPU you have. There is no need to upgrade to a 4090. As you could see, the sales are not very good at the moment for a 4090. Okay, the slowing RTX 4090 sales. You could read about it, guys. The sales are going to go down. Okay, I've talked to a few other computer stores, and they have overstock of 4090s that they're trying to get rid of, and they can't get rid of. So I'm just letting you guys know that the prices are going to go down on the 4090s more than the 3090s. Okay, so this is the reason, because there's going to be a lot of changes that are going to happen, and they don't want to be stuck with a bunch of 4090 cards when we have 5090s on the rise. Okay, guys? So anyways, guys, just hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Make an informed decision. Don't go wasting all your money and giving it to NVIDIA, because that's exactly what people are doing. They're giving away all their money to NVIDIA for nothing. Okay? Anyways, guys, have a good day. Take care.